Hello and welcome to the Drishti IAS to the Point program. Our today's topic is Agency Bank. First of all, we'll see why this is in news. Dhanalakshmi Bank has been empanelled as Agency Bank by the Reserve Bank of India or RBI. This is Kerala's Thrissur-based private sector bank. Apart from this, recently South India Bank, DCB Bank, Karnataka Bank and IndusInd Bank have also been empanelled as Agency Bank by the RBI. Now let's understand that what is an agency bank. Agency banks, also known as agent banks, are authorized to undertake transactions relating to general banking business on behalf of the central and state governments. In simple words, these banks usually work on behalf of another bank or group of banks. The RBI carries out the general banking business of the central and state governments through its own offices and through the offices of the agency banks by mutual agreement. Under Section 45 of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, RBI can appoint scheduled commercial banks as agents at any place in the country for various purposes such as banking convenience, banking development and other related factors, etc. Accordingly, only designated branches of agency banks can conduct government banking business. At present, all the public sector banks and select private sector banks act as RBI's agents. Now let's know the types of agency banks. Mainly there are three types of agency banks. The first one is foreign agent banks. A foreign bank doing business in any other country on behalf of its parent bank may be known as a foreign agent bank. The other one is investment banks. They often serve as agent banks on institutional investment deals such as syndicated loans. And the third is third-party agent banks. Often to launch new services in a business, they act as the support of an agent bank. Now let's have a look on functions of an agency bank. Revenue receipts and payments on behalf of the central state government, pension payments in respect of central or state governments and any other item of work specifically advised by the RBI as eligible for agency commission. The accredited banks are paid remuneration by the RBI for conduct of state or central government transactions, which is called agency commission. The agency banks also undertake the work related to small savings schemes, the commission for which is borne by the Government of India. Besides, it can also undertake collection of state taxes such as professional tax, VAT, state excise, etc. on behalf of various state governments. Now let's know its benefits or importance. These banks can also support customers and other banks by facilitating the extension of letters of credit or new loans. These banks allow businesses to expand their geographic presence. They can operate internationally and make accessing funds while abroad easier. Agent banks can serve the needs of both individuals and businesses through a broad range of services. Now let's know the other related facts. Agency banks can be penalized by the Reserve Bank of India for wrong claims in agency commission. For payments made by all agency banks on behalf of state governments get directly settled with the concerned regional office of RBI. Agency transaction details or scrolls may be sent directly by individual agency banks to the concerned state government or treasury. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Agency banks are authorized to undertake transactions relating to general banking business on behalf of the central and state governments. Statement 2. All such transactions are reported by the agency banks to the Reserve Bank of India. And Statement 3. These types of banks make accessing funds while abroad easier. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. Only 2 and 3 and the D. All of the above are correct. Don't forget to answer the comment section. Stay tuned for the next session. Till then, Jai Hind.
Dear viewers, watch this topic in Hindi on our Drishti IAS Hindi YouTube channel.